What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Glad to see you. Hope you're having a great day. So today we're going to wrap up our pizza challenge. And let me just put it to you this way. We've got a cheese contender and a green goblin. Stick around, you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, let's talk ingredients. We have 4 ounces of cream cheese. We have 2 large eggs. We have 1/4 cup of Parmesan. We have 1 1/4 cup of shredded mozzarella. And we've got our seasonings. I've got Italian, a 1/2 teaspoon of Italian, a 1/2 teaspoon of Fresh Jack's toasted onion, and a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. And of course I use Kinder's. I like that spicy garlic powder. So the first thing that the instructions say to do is to blend the eggs and the softened cream cheese. So I'm going to go do that right quick and we'll move on from there. I'm going to use a handheld mixer and blend them up really well, and we'll come back and follow the rest of the ingredients. By the way, this recipe comes from Peace, Love, and Low Carb. I'll put a link to that site in the description. All right, I have blended up my cream cheese and the eggs with the spices with a handheld mixer. I just whipped it up pretty good until there wasn't too many clumps in it. And now the recipe says to add the rest of this stuff and fold it in with the spatula. So we'll do that and get it in the pan. So we'll just do a little fold in here. I guess the point is to not pop all the little air bubbles that are in the whipped up eggs and cream cheese, but I'll follow the instructions just like it says. All right, as I fold this in, just want to thank everybody that subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I hope it's been helpful. And this has been a fun journey for doing the keto crust. So I can't wait to see how this comes out today. So let's get it in a pan and see what we can do next. Just to prove I have a round pizza pan here. I can do a round pizza, even though I usually do rectangles. I'm just going to pour it out. It's lined with parchment paper that I cut to fit inside the pan. And we'll get this panned out. We'll see how it pans out. And we'll spread it real easily. Fill up the pan. And it's a little easier to make a round pizza when you're using something that's got a lot of liquid in it like this here, instead of trying to roll it. That's about as round as I can get it. We're going to put this in a preheated oven at 375 degrees, and we're going to bake it for a total of 22 minutes. And about 12 to 14 minutes through it, we're going to flip it over and then finish cooking it off. So let's get it in the oven and see what happens next. All right, folks, in this corner, this is called the No Nut Cheese Pizza. We'll call it the 3 cheese pizza or what, something like that, but it does not have any almond flour in it, just all cheese and eggs and some spices. So that's this one here, and then I'll show you the next one here in just a second. So here we are with Andy Wood from Unity Motorsports Garage, and he is getting ready to test out some keto friendly pizza crust. And just be honest, tell me what you think.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I wouldn't even know that's keto.
Alright.
Alright.
Does it trick your brain?
It does trick your brain.
Alright. Don't eat mine. What are you doing?
Oh.
It's the same thing. No,
Oh,
no.
I'm gonna eat all your food.
No.
So
there he is, trying it out.
this is really good.
There you have it. Andy from Unity Motorsports Garage giving it what? Either that or that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thumbs up. All right.
Yeah. That is Unity approved right there,
Oh,
buddy.
y'all, I promise you, you'll like it. Try it out. See what you think.
Man.
All right, I know you're looking at the table and you're thinking, man, that's some weird ingredients for pizza, and you might be right. But I wanted to try something completely different, out of the wheelhouse of all the things that I've done. So this comes from Hip to Keto. I'll put a link to that one in the description. But let's talk about these ingredients. First, we have a cup of chopped broccoli. We have a cup of chopped spinach. We have a third cup of Parmesan. We have 3 eggs and a third cup of mozzarella. Just like last time, I'm using the same seasonings, garlic, onion, and Italian. And the instructions are pretty simple. Throw everything in a bowl and mix it up. So we'll do that. Oh yeah, the recipe also calls for a half of an avocado diced up. So that's about as diced as I can get it. But anyway, we're gonna throw it all together here and see what we got. Just mix it all up. And like I said, this is outside of what I normally would imagine as far as a pizza crust recipe, and but I wanted to give you an option, and I might be surprised. I've already been surprised while I'm doing this challenge, so this might be one of those surprises. And I have made the statement, there is no such thing as bad pizza. Will this be the first? Stick around and we'll see. Let's mix all of our spices in. Alright, we're just gonna mix it up really well. Like I said, there's so many good recipes out there. My site or my channel is not really made to show you new recipes or anything of that nature. It's just to show you that, hey, I'm just a average guy and I can read instructions and I like to eat, and I'm doing the keto low carb thing. So if I can do it, you can do it. That's the goal of the channel. So yeah, there's our soupy mix, and we'll put it in a pan. I'm gonna make another round pizza for you today. Since that one's real soupy, we'll do that, and we'll put it in the pan. So here we have our parchment lined pan. I'm just going to spoon this out and spread it. And then at the end of all of this, I'm going to do a rundown on the calories and the carbs and all that stuff. I'm going to use my Carb Manager app to give you all the totals of all the recipes that I've done in the series. And that'll help you to make an educated decision on what you want to do with this information. But they're not all created equal for sure when it comes to carbs and calories. I know we don't concern ourselves with calories too much, but I will have to say this is the oddest looking pizza crust I've ever seen, but I'm rolling with it. So we'll see what happens. Spread it out. It spreads easily, so get this spread out. And I do hope you'll try at least one or two of these recipes. I know you're probably thinking to yourself right now, that there's something I'd never try. And I'll let you know in a little bit if it's worth trying or not, because 5 years ago, if you told me I was going to be eating a broccoli crusted pizza, I would have called you some crazy names. But anyway, we got it going on here. It's nice and round, not the rectangle. There it is. We'll put it in the oven at 400 degrees. It says to put it in there for 15 minutes and then top with your favorite toppings. And I'm going to put the same toppings on it as I've put on all of them. Just simple sausage, cheese, pepperoni, and Alfredo sauce. So let's get it in the oven and see how it does. And in the other corner, we have the spinach broccoli crust. Now, I know this is a strange looking thing here, but I'm ready to give it a try and see what we got. And this ought to be interesting, folks. Stick around. But again, I forget, Tater approved? Oh my goodness, keto pizza. All right, friends, you know how this works. There's the two contenders. Let's test them out. So first, we're gonna go with the 3 cheese and just see what we think. It's got a nice bottom. I probably could have browned it a few more minutes, but it holds up like a pizza crust. You see that right there. And let's taste it. So yeah, that's a lot like the Fathead crust, except for there's no almond in it, almond flour. You got a real smooth taste to it. Yeah, it's great. Now let's try the contender, the Green Goblin. I gotta say, I'm a little nervous, but the whole reason I started my channel was to try new things. So here's a new thing for sure. Let's dig in. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's spinach and broccoli. And it's the day's winner. Oh man, that is awesome. I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. Wow. Anyway, let me tell you something. I was hoping this would happen. When I first started my keto journey, Green Giant put out something called broccoli tots, and they have cauliflower tots. And before the Lord changed my taste buds and I started eating broccoli, that was probably my first introduction to broccoli, and it was disguised as a tater tot, but it was good. And now I don't eat those because they're a little carby, but this kind of has that flavor to it. I guess the seasoning and everything, but hey, Green Goblin for the win. And I'm gonna do like I did last time. I'm gonna wait a few days and then come back and do my final conclusion. And I'm gonna tally all the things up, all the carbs, all the calories and everything, and then I'll give you the overall favorite right here in just a minute. So I've been eating on my pizzas for lunch a couple weeks now. And I've had a chance to eat them cold, warm them up, all that good stuff. I've had time to process all the information. Sometimes when I taste test things, it's like I give a quick judgment, but I stick with all the winners that I've chosen so far. So really today, I just want to talk about who come out on top. And today I want to tell you, the Fathead crust comes out on top. I liked it the best. I think it had the better texture. It tastes great. Just kind of reminded me more of a real pizza crust. Down at second place is the Trip, the Green Goblin. The broccoli and spinach pizza crust I really like that, and I don't know why, but it is good, and they're all good. So you got like 6 recipes. If you go back and look, you can try them all, you can experiment, and I use the same toppings on all of them, but of course you can go wild with what you want to as long as it's keto friendly as your toppings. But I appreciate you staying with me through this journey, and I hope you got some good information. By the way, look in the description and I'll put the information, the nutritional information from Carb Manager to see, so you can see which one had the most carbs and which one didn't. And plus, I always check the description because there's some helpful links and things like that in there too. So, hey, until next time, may the Lord bless you, and let's go eat some leftover pizza.